And we are back here at Pearl Bar and Dining. That's right. Home of the best Northwest seafood. Very fresh out here. And joining us here on stage, here at Pearl's Bar and Dining, BJ Daniels. BJ Daniels, get over BJ.
Hey, how you guys doing?
BJ Daniels, as some of you know, does everything. He runs the ball, he kicks the ball, he throws the ball. BJ, is there anything you can't do on the football field?
I can't kick field goals. Everyone keeps asking me that, but I can't.
You can't kick field goals?
Cannot do it.
Could you punt if you were asked to punt?
Yeah, I could punt.
All right, you can do that.
I think I got a powerful leg. I think I can do something.
Hey, BJ, what does BJ stand for?
Oh, man. BJ stands for Bruce Jr. So my mom named me that. I'm obviously a junior. My dad's name is Bruce Sr. Nobody knows that, though. Oh. I really don't want anybody to know that, but I guess I just told the whole world.
Everybody here, the audience, they'll keep a secret. This is a safe place here at Pearl Bar and Dining.
You know, if it was me, they would just call me Bruce. But BJ is much cooler.
Well, we already have Bruce Jr. on our team already. Bruce Irvin Jr.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
A lot of people don't know that either.
Here's what I want to know. Of all the things that I read about you, BJ, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I read somewhere that you threw for 723 yards in a game. Is that true, or is that an exaggeration?
I think that might be an exaggeration.
A little bit of an exaggeration?
Maybe total yards.
Okay, so, but still, come on. In high school?
Yeah, had 6 touchdowns. It was probably one of my best games that I can remember to date.
Okay, well, either you're very humble or you do see a lot of exaggeration on the internet, because I saw 723 yards and 8 touchdowns. So 6 touchdowns, though.
6, yeah.
But your versatility is unbelievable, and that's one of the things that I wanted to ask you about, because the other thing you hear from, first of all, you're one of the more popular players. We talked to the other guys, they love you. And one of the reasons why is because you do so much, and one of the things that you do, that you provide a lot, is scout team stuff. You know, during the week, getting guys prepared for the next week's team. And I know guys really appreciate the look that you give them.
Yeah, you know, our team is all about competition. No matter who's on the field and what's going on and what position you're playing, you're expected to give your best. So, you know, that's just one of the things that I've been trying to do since I've been here. You know, even Coach Carroll, you know, speaks, on me sometimes as far as, you know, being a high-energy guy and trying to bring things to the team to help, you know, the Seahawks win, because that's, you know, our ultimate goal.
How much time do you split between the two? Last year, you're a quarterback. This year, wide receiver, now wide receiver / quarterback. How much time do you put in? Break your day out, quarterback, wide receiver.
It's very hectic, but it's a lot more receiver right now than quarterback. We have guys right now that are doing a great job. So right now, I'm doing everything I can do to just try to, stay on top of my game as far as, film study every day, making sure my body is ready, because, switching positions and going back and forth, and, it really takes a lot on you. My day is just full of competing. That's it.
Joined here by BJ Daniels here at Pearl Bar and Dining. You know, BJ, you and I got a chance over the summer. We went on a little Seahawks tour. Went out to Boise, Idaho, had some fun out there with the Seahawks and everything. and while we're out there, I asked you a few times. I said, you've gone from quarterback to wide receiver. I asked if you were worried about making this team, because that's a tough transition to go from quarterback to wide receiver. BJ, I was worried you was going to make the team. I just want to know, how come you weren't worried and why?
When I told you I wasn't worried, I had just spoken with my grandmother. I'm very close with her. And, she was just telling me that there's a lot of things that, happen and go on in the world. She, just was diagnosed with cancer. So, there's a lot of different things, and my perspective is not, necessarily, being selfish and, trying to worrying about making a team. I'm, put my faith into my family, my friends, and my religion. So, it's just been a blessing for me to, continue to be here now.
Since hearing of your grandmother's diagnosis, has this changed your approach to the game?
Yeah, I can say it has a little bit. Just really to go out of fearless. I spoke with her right before the Raiders game, and I didn't know if I was going to play quarterback or not. but I was able to run around and play receiver, and that whole game I was just thinking about her, and I was just enjoying the moment, and having a good time.
So that's what that moment was about? Is that what was going on during that Raiders game when you were doing absolutely everything out there, being fantastic? Your grandmother was on your mind.
It was a lot bigger than me, I can tell you that.
That's awesome.
That's a great story, BJ. I love that kind of the inspirational stuff. A lot of that is what football is all about, and that's why I love the game so much. One of the things, too, is that, I mentioned earlier that you're one of the more well-liked players. Last year, I think it was during the playoffs that you were activated. Was it the Carolina game?
Carolina game, right.
Yeah, and I know Pete Carroll did that, and the way that your teammates responded, I know everybody was really happy about that. Talk a little bit about how much that meant to you, and then sort of the reaction of your teammates.
It meant a lot. We really have a close-knit locker room. A lot of the guys, from the veterans to the rookies, everyone helps out each other. I can really say it's a family atmosphere. You don't really have the opportunity to experience that in the NFL, as you know, having the opportunity to go from different teams and the competition and things like that. But this locker room is probably, I can't say the best one I've probably ever been on.
We've seen a lot of the Seahawks, particularly Pete Carroll and Schneider, take defensive guys and move them to the offense because better athletes, defensive line. That we believe that because we're defensive guys. And to make that move. There's very few offensive guys that I would say could make that transition to defense, but you could. And I look at you, you're 5'11", 6 foot, 215, tough. I've seen you on special teams. They've said you're the best athlete on this team. And not that I'm saying to do it, but have you ever played it and have you ever thought about it? Because you would be I think you'd be a great safety.
I've never played defense. I've never made a tackle until recently. So currently I still only have one.
That's right, on a coverage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but you could do it.
I appreciate the confidence.
I'm just saying, don't discount it.
That's the coach. That's the coach.
He wants to put more on the plate. It's like he doesn't have enough to do. He's got like 4 positions to play already. You're trying to get him play.
We love defenders, that's all. You know that.
Joined here by BJ Daniels here live at Pearl Bar and Dining. Cam Chancellor's back. He's back in the building.
Yeah,
we haven't been to the VMAC. Has it changed? Hasn't changed? Has the morale changed? Does the water taste different? Does the food taste? What has Cam brought back to the VMAC?
Sky's bluer. Sky's bluer. Water's wetter. But,
he walks on it too.
Man, Cam, to be honest with you, it was like getting one of our brothers back. A guy that we missed. A guy that really motivates our locker room and our team. He was the captain last year, so that's the best way I can describe it.
Is he in shape?
Oh yeah, he might be a little bigger.
Yeah, I heard
scary.
I heard he's like 226, 6% body fat.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't look at him.
You don't look at him like that?
No.
It's okay. I looked at him that way. It's all right.
He looks good. He looks good.
What are you doing out there at practice, Pete? What are you looking at, G?
You can tell me you don't never look at a grown man and say, man, that guy looks good.
Well, I'll tell you what. I look at him and go, oh, yeah, I get kind of wistful because I look at my 51-year-old body now and go, by the way, BJ, this is what you're going to look like in like 30 years.
No. He actually turned his head and
he was disgusted. You see that? Hey, you know what? One of the things that gets said, I think, and I want to hear it from you because, like Richard Sherman, coming from Stanford, he was a receiver. Now he's playing defensive back. Now we say, well, it helps him get a glimpse into, how a receiver thinks and vice versa. And same thing for a quarterback, you going from quarterback to receiver and back again. Does that really help, or is that just kind of oversold a little bit?
No, I really do think it helps. Obviously, physically, the things you have to do as a quarterback and receiver are completely different. It's more taxing on your body to be a receiver, the amount of miles that you run a day. But just from the knowledge standpoint of the game, being a quarterback, seeing different zones or the coverages or how defenses rotate or knowing defenders' responsibilities, as a quarterback from that perspective is pretty, I won't say easy, but it's you have a clue and a hint to, how to get open. So it's kind of like an open book test, I would say.
I was going to say South Florida, where you go to college. And I always ask this because I think from Florida to Seattle, obviously, it's as different as you can get. But how do you like it here and adjustment? I always say, and when you're done playing football, where are you going to make your home?
Honestly, where I make my home, I don't know yet. You know, my entire family is on the East Coast. You know, I'm out here with no wife, kids, family, girlfriend, anything. So
he's available.
Right, yeah, he put it out there. Yeah, you heard it here, ladies. You heard it right here. He's available. Okay, go ahead.
no, but you know, I definitely enjoy it out here. I really do.
Do you think your versatility will also sell you as to you know, a possible suitor at some point? This guy can clean. He can take out the garbage,
Fold the clothes, do the laundry.
He can do everything.
Can you do everything in the house domestically too?
No, not at all.
Only on the football field. We're joined here by BJ Daniels here live at Pearl Bar and Dining. BJ, you've made the transition from quarterback to wide receiver. Before this, had you ever played the position of wide receiver? No. And how did you teach yourself, or did you get on YouTube? No, I'm being serious. Like, how did you teach yourself how to become a wide receiver?
I mean, it wasn't me. You know, Coach Canales, our receivers coach. You know, he's helped me out tremendously. Even last year, I did a couple things at receiver. That's how I got active in the playoffs. So, you know, I've been with him the whole way. He's helped me out the whole way. You know, Coach Carroll, everyone has a say-so in helping me mature as a receiver.
Now, around town, do people know you by your hair? Because you know that my son saw you,
right,
and you and Odell Beckham, and decided to color his hair like yours. So do you take any responsibility for that, or
for your son?
For my son, yeah.
I'm not the father, so therefore it's not my fault.
Come on, G. Take care of your own kids. That's what BJ. I mean, I know it's
that's a good boy. That's a good.
Yeah. By the way, G's got like the greatest kids ever. I want to adopt G's kids. If you ever decide you're sick of them, I will take your kids.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, I can keep them. You can just pay all the bills.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm thinking the other way
You
around.
can have mine, Dave, for free.
Yeah, no, I've got my own.
We're joined here by BJ Daniels here live here, Pearl Bar and Dining.
Hey, so I want to ask you, you were originally, a lot of people don't remember this, you were drafted by the Niners, right?
Niners,
in the
yes.
7th round, our mortal enemy, at least used to be, until
Right.
Jim Harbaugh took his khakis and went to Michigan. But now, you know, we talk to a lot of guys like Kerry Williams, people that come from other places, and they talk about the difference of this franchise here compared to other places in the NFL. Talk a little bit about that.
It's completely different. I seriously thoroughly enjoy going to work every day. You know, from the coaches to the players. You know, practice doesn't feel like practice. You know, meetings don't feel like meetings. You know, everything is real upbeat, and that trickles down from the head coach. So, you know, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I think that, and I see a lot of like youth coaches and high school coaches, and it's changing subtly. But it used to be that coaching was about yelling. You know, you were yelling at kids,
right,
basically, and this is such an encouraging group, and I just feel like the culture down there is so different, mostly because of Pete Carroll. You know, John Schneider is the same way, but they're just so positive. Everything is always upbeat. They never dwell on the negative and everything. And do you think that's kind of the streak that's running through there that makes it so different?
Most definitely, and even just offensively, the way we think. You know, on to the next play. You know, you got to keep moving, you got to keep pushing it and trying to strive to get better. And any way you can help out, you know, the people around you, you do that.
I read, again, you read a lot of articles nowadays, and the Seahawks started 0-2, and that Pete Carroll's rah-rah personality is wearing thin on the Seahawks. Just give your thoughts on that for people out there who actually read those articles.
That was in the newspaper?
It was actually, I won't say what website it was on, but it was on.
Even better, it was on the internet. That's even more reliable.
The internet.
But you hear that all the time from people who don't know Pete and his team. But you know, just to give some feedback to what you think about that.
I wouldn't believe that at all. Not at all. Like I said, I just got through saying we enjoy it. We enjoy going to work. You know, Coach Carroll is a player's coach. You know, I can remember watching him when he was at USC, and I was a kid. You know, just man, like, you know, that's a coach that really enjoys his players. The players enjoy him, and you know, that's something that you need. I mean, you'll do anything for a coach that would do anything for you.
Joined here by BJ Daniels here live at Pearl Bar and Dining. We know about BJ on the field. We've seen that you can do everything. What's BJ like off the field? What's some of your extracurricular activities? You're from Pensacola? Am I
Tallahassee.
right? Tallahassee.
Doug's from Pensacola.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You from Tallahassee, Florida. A lot different here in Seattle.
Right.
What do you do in your spare time here? Do you go around, you eat a little sushi, Northwest seafood here at the Pearl Bar? What do you do in your off time?
I don't know. I hang out with my teammates. All right. First and foremost. But I see a lot of different things I don't necessarily get to see on the East Coast. I don't get to see in Tallahassee. Everyone thinks Florida is just all palm trees, and that's not true at all. So, out here, seeing the mountains, I got a chance to snowboard, and I wasn't very good. But that was my bucket list thing to do. I've hiked rattlesnake. I've done some pretty adventurous things that may be normal to the people who live out here, but to me, it's amazing, and I enjoy it.
Are there some popular foods out here in Seattle that are really popular, but you just won't eat? Like, I'm from Chicago, so I understand.
Yeah.
So when I first got out here, there's just things I just wouldn't eat. So sushi was one of them.
I have to kind of stay away from seafood. I'm allergic to shrimp. So
Really? You're
so I
missing
get to
out.
miss out on everything. Pike's Market.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Man. That's rough.
Yeah, I want you to stay away from snowboarding, BJ. Okay, you're too valuable.
It was
for doing
off
that
season.
now. I know, but still,
Have you read the fine print in your contract?
you better.
Was
Must
there
live in a bubble.
I used to ski, and they basically said, you're not skiing anymore.
Was there anybody?
It was in the contract.
Was
Yeah.
there anybody from our delegation that was out skiing with you?
No, just me.
Just you?
Just
by
me.
yourself?
Yep.
There was a reason. We
what
don't
you're saying.
ski, man.
What I'm saying is he stood out on the slopes. Okay.
Well, with his
Stop it. You guys are killing me here.
All right.
So, BJ, I'm sorry. So, Tallahassee, you end up at South Florida. You got to be a Florida State fan growing up, I'm assuming.
I was.
How do you end up at South Florida?
Well, I wanted to play football and basketball in college. I had numerous visits and opportunities to go to different places. Florida State actually wanted to change my position then to free safety, but
It's been a good decision. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I didn't want to do it, and Tampa was far enough that my parents couldn't get on my nerves and close enough that I can call for money. So
perfect.
I like that. Well, one of the things you ask any NFL player, and if you had asked me when I played, I would say, yeah, I'm the best basketball player. I'm the best athlete, whatever. But, your versatility and everything, and I know there's a lot of competition going down there. There's ping pong, there's three-point shooting. Where do you rank yourself as far as the best overall athlete on this team?
Well, Hauschka just killed me in ping pong today.
Please don't tell me a kicker beat you in anything.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
The kicker can play ping pong. That makes sense.
Yeah, you're right.
I think
Gene.
he's the best in the locker room, though.
At ping pong.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's foot pong.
What about like real sports though? Okay, but like what about basketball and I don't know anything else that you guys can put down there?
He's the best basketball player on the team. I'll tell you that right
Is
now.
that true, AJ?
He can play some basketball.
Because
he can play.
and here's the other- but everybody agree with that on the team.
No.
Okay.
No, every guy you ask, they always say, I'm the best. There's no
Yeah, but there's a top three that everybody agrees with.
Doug Baldwin will tell you he's good.
Baldwin.
All he can do is just play defense.
Okay, so here's the way to get to that answer. Outside of you, who's the best basketball player on the team?
Probably Doug.
Really?
Really? Okay. Well, geez.
He hustles.
Doug.
Doug hustles.
What you're saying is he's a
He's
try-hard
very
guy?
explosive. He's very explosive. You can see that on the football.
And the thing is, he's competitive too. He doesn't
we
like to
knew
lose.
that.
Doug,
kinda knew that.
passionate Doug.
Yeah.
We're joined here by BJ Daniels here at Pearl Bar and Dining. You talked about Tallahassee. You talked about you were a fan of Florida State coming up. Take us back to that game when South Florida upsets Florida State. You're an 18-year-old freshman quarterback as you go into there. Be honest, is that one of the best times of your life ever?
Yeah, it probably was a dream come true. I remember having the opportunity to stand on the field and look in the stands, at the seats that me and my dad used to sit in, watching Florida State games growing up, Charlie Ward and Warwick Dunn and, Peter Ward. So, it was a great moment, really, not so much for me, but, our school. I went to University of South Florida. Our football program was only, 12 years old at the time. For us to do that, in Tallahassee against a ranked opponent, that was pretty cool.
BJ, who do you hang out with on the team? Who are the guys that you're closest with?
Pretty much everybody. I'm a floater. Marshawn, Cam, Russell, T-Jack.
I can tell Russell's wardrobe has changed. He's gone from the Tommy Bahama Bermuda shirt, and now he's dressing like he's from the Matrix. Is that because he's been hanging with you? I noticed his wardrobe. He looks good.
You're going to tell me Sierra has nothing to do with this
Now, see,
wardrobe.
I did not bring up Sierra, everybody. I didn't bring up that at all.
I will.
That was Paul Warner. You don't have to comment on that.
The fashion. Who's got the fashion in the locker room? Outside of yourself, because I know you got some fashion.
Earl's up there. Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas is up there?
Earl, Michael Bennett.
Now, is Earl really up there, or does he just imagine that he is?
I don't think.
He's there.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
He's intense, though. He's too intense in his wardrobe.
You know what? I love Earl.
Says the guy in the pink jacket.
I know. Look at this guy with the.
Are you saying Brock Coyle from Montana doesn't have the best wardrobe?
Brock's my boy.
All right.
How do you think Paul and I would look in the outfit?
No.
that you have on
Do
right now,
not put
BJ?
me in your category.
Paul, shh.
The reason why he shushed you was your wardrobe.
Hey, we just want to say, BJ Daniels, everybody, we appreciate you coming on with us
Thanks for having
and
us.
come and join us. We